Pride Wave Pride Heart L Pride Heart R. 1 month for each of Philip Schofield's illegitimate children.
Ring-a-ding, 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 ring-a-ding.
Fruity, 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 fruity. Fruity, fruity, fruity,
Ring a ding, ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, a ding, a ring, 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 ring a ding.
What a shame.
Young and souls old, one and all, come unto the abyss. Good evening, 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 good evening. How y'all doing? Lovely to have you all here. Hope you're keeping well this fine Tuesday evening. I say fine, it's rather nippy out, and I'm trying this new thing, this newfangled crazy thing where I aim to start on time. I'm doing okay. It's 8 minutes past 8 at the moment here in the UK. I hope you're keeping well. Welcome to game night. And very well done to Fluid Fernando on taking the most out of the Plinko machine there. 238 if memory serves. Pennies added to your total. Yes, it's a Christmas jumper already, Shadowmate. It's getting cold and my cardi was in the wash, so I thought, yeah, fucking Christmas jumper time. But it's cool. It has. Let's see if I'll turn around. There you go. Right. That's quite cool. Yeah. That's my low-key Christmas t-shirt. I think I had it last year. I have 3 Christmas jumpers now. I have my Loki one, I have my Sonic one, and I got a Game of Thrones one last Christmas, which didn't get much use because I got it for Christmas, by which point Christmas was on the way out, but yeah. Anyway, good evening to you all. Lovely to have you here, and I hope you enjoyed Plinko there. Many thanks to Prugs for providing the Plinko, or the peas there. And lovely pack to get us warmed up with as we toddle our little mortal, frail mortal bodies off to the abyss. And if you'd like to play, type in this code. Good to hear stuff arrived today, Kodo. Excellent. Sorry it took so long to get there. Yeah, sort of making it up and having an excuse to go to the post office. I need to, yeah, so I sent quite a few things off. So glad you got them all safe and sound. I've got some catching up to do as well. Thanks, I've got some thanks to deliver. First of all, to Dragon, resubbing there for 5 months. Thank you very much indeed for the support. G. Eisen subbing at 23 months. Tonight we plink into the abyss to get purged. Indeed we do. And to Colo as well, subbing for 27 months, and apparently that is 1 month for each of Philip Schofield's illegitimate children. You heard it here first. Thank you to all of you for your ongoing support here at Game Night. It's very much appreciated. My new mouse arrived, and yeah, the right mouse button is now the same consistency as the left, so I'm guessing it was a fault in the old one. My office is just about taking shape. I've got some posters up on the cupboard. Just sort of drawing pin up. This is one of Mrs. Flush's. Dog in colourful water. Dalmatian in colourful water. Mrs. Flush said she hated it, and so she was going to put it in the bin, so I rescued it. And I just put off putting it on the wall for a long time. And then I've got my Exit Pursued by a Bear poster, which which is really cool, which I'll show you a bit later on when I stand the desk up. I've got a couple of filing cabinets now, so everything is filed away. Everything reaches... The cables all reach from the computer, whether I'm stood up or sat down. My spare boxes are down there, my waste paper bin is there. And yeah, it's just a nicer place to be. I've got one pile of stuff down there, which was about 4 billion files that came with the filing cabinet. And they need to find a new home. And I've got my to-do pile here. One thing in the to-do pile is the mouse that I need to return. So yeah, getting cozy here. Anyway, this is The Abyss. It's been written tonight by Shadowmane and BC in cahoots, and they've come up with 5 very nice packs that I think you'll get on with famously. There's an argument to be made, maybe a little bit media heavy, maybe a little bit, but each of the packs has got an extra Pavlov in them as well to help you get to the answer if you're struggling. So should have lots of fun with this. The objective of The Abyss is to get into the centre and stay there as long as possible. You answer all the questions, whether you're in the wings or whether you're in the middle. After 5 questions, well, the rules will be up in a minute, but after 5 questions, 9 players are selected to join the Abyss arena, and the objective is to stay there as long as possible. If you lose 3 lives, you are dropped into the Abyss and out of the game, and you are replaced by somebody else from the wings. This continues for 40 questions, and then we go on to the final. So fairly straightforward, and it's all crossword style, so your spelling's got to be exact. Bear that in mind. Good evening to everyone who is here. We've got Fire, we've got Dragon, Giesens, ABME, Lupine, good evening Shapes, and Dan, and Colo, and James. To Jogging, and Topper, and Prugs, and Innis. Hello to Fernando, and Shadowmane, Suzala, Stimpson's Angle, and Natter. Good evening to Daru, and Prey, and Vision, and Disco. To Toot, to Sightsin, to Oni, to Samster, to Not a Cat, to Curse2, and to Lingermaniac, and to anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me this Tuesday evening. Apparently I'm doing a run at the moment. My watch has just decided to start itself up. See what my heart rate gets up to. What's my heart rate? Apparently it's 100 BPM at the moment, which feels awfully high, but adrenaline of starting a stream, I guess. Oh, excuse me. ZXOU is what you need. Good lord. So on my alcohol-free Copperberg. This whole non-drinking drive is going quite well, I have to say. I'll give you another 30 seconds, and then I'll lock the lobby. So if you do want to come play, even if you just want to answer a couple, do come on into the lobby. You can join at any point. Pop on in if you fancy some trivia. This is an auto-running game, so it will last for almost exactly 40 minutes, I think, is about the length. Whoops. Come on, microphone, you need to go up a bit. You can support yourself better than that. That'll do. Oh, that means I'm going to have to sit up for the whole thing. I'll come down to that. Right, that must be about 30 seconds. So, if you've joined, welcome to The Abyss. Here's how to play. You will attempt to answer up to 40 questions by whispering the answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Use crossword clues to assist you as spelling matters in this game. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena, with players who perform better given a higher chance. Think of your right answers in those first 5 as lottery tickets. The more answers you have correct, the more lottery tickets you have in the draw. If players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game. A player from the wings will be selected to replace them, with players who perform better on the previous 5 questions given a higher chance. So there's a sort of running tally of the previous 5 questions, and however well you perform in the previous 5 gives you more chance to get in. So even if you've dropped out of the Abyss, keep answering, because you could get back in on a 2nd or 3rd chance. Arena players earn an extra life up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. After question 40, the players in the Abyss Arena progress to the final, where one of them may survive. You think you understand? Excellent, Disco. Good to hear. It's fairly straightforward in its concept, but just sort of the fringe rules are a bit weird. So get into the middle and then try and stay there. You want to be in the middle at the end of question 40, because that gets you into the final. So you can have a bit of a sort of a swingy game where people get in on the last couple of questions and manage to get through to the final. But it's fun being in the middle for however long you end up being there. And the unwritten rule is that Samster doesn't get to go in the middle. I've now added that as a hard-coded line. Oh, Shade of Brass, hello. Welcome to the stream. Just in time for the game. Make sure you get Persephone's Twitch bot at the ready, so that you can whisper to her, because she's the one you'll need to answer your questions to. So Samster, it's now hard-coded that you can't get into the Abyss Arena, just so you're aware. Let's play. I'm kidding, it's not really. So, 5 question packs from a combination of BC 2014 and Shadowmane, and we're starting with Quizzing for Cakes, a supernatural spirit who is known to serve God and usually relates to heaven, with 5 letters. This comes from Shadowmane, and all of the answers in this category will have something to do with cake. A form of cake, or a cakey related answer. Angel is the answer to that one, as in angel cake. So Quizzing for Cakes is one of the categories you're going to be facing over the next 40 odd questions. Cowboy Bebop characters, patron saint of love whose Saint's Day is celebrated on February 14th. 9 letters. This one comes from BC, and all of the answers in this category will be the first or last names of a character in the original 1998 anime series Cowboy Bebop. Valentine is what we wanted there. On to question number 3. TV show contestants. 2009 X Factor Twin Act represented Ireland at Eurovision 2011 with Lipstick. 7 or 6 or 4, 3, 6. This one also comes from BC. All the answers are people who have appeared on a game, talent, or reality TV show. Jedward also would have accepted Grimes or John and Edward there. Well done if you got that. It's your 3rd category. Your 4th category. Arcana arts. Many of them were ablaze in a famous film and song. VII, 7 or 8. This one comes from Shadowmane, and all the answers here will relate to the 22 figures in the major arcana, with the questions also providing the arcana number in Roman numerals. Chariot is what you wanted there. Ablaze, as in fire, chariots of fire. And one final category, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirits, named for a score of 4 under par in a hole of golf. 6 letters in this, and this one comes through to us from BC. And as you might imagine, each answer in this category is one of the 1,500 plus spirits in the 2018 Nintendo Switch game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Condor was the answer there. So, multiple Pavlovs available, and we're going to start bringing players in. Prey, you're the first into the Abyss Arena with a single question right. Clive is getting in with 3. Fernando's coming in with 4. Kurstuken getting in with 2. Welcome to the game. Nat is getting in with 2. Welcome to the game. ABMe's joining us with 4. Welcome to the game. Fired is joining the game with 2. Welcome on in. Lupine's coming in with 4. And one more. It's Colo with 4. Welcome you 9. If you're not in yet, keep answering. You could get another chance from one of these drops. Moving on with the quiz. Quizzing for Cakes, a sea-dwelling creature as well as a utensil used for washing up. 6 letters. It's a cakey related answer. That would be a sponge. Kurstuken and Nat are not answering there and losing a life. On we go. Cowboy Bebop characters. Musical featuring the songs Tomorrow and Easy Street. 5 letters. BC, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 3 packs you've provided for this game as well. Oh, good spot on that typo, Dragon. I'll amend that. Annie is what we're after on that one. Prey, Fernando, ABMe, and Colo all losing a life there. Arcana Arts, David Copperfield and Duo Penn and Teller have this profession. 1, but 8 letters. First card in the major arcana. That would be Magician. Magician is what we wanted there. Nata is poised above the abyss. One more wrong answer and you will be lost from the game. TV show contestants. First winner of American Idol won 2022 Emmy for their eponymous talk show. 5, 8 or 8. Kelly Clarkson is what we wanted. Prey, Kurstuken, Nata, and Lupine, you've lost a life, and Nata, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. But thank you for playing. You're going to be replaced by Topper. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Coming in on 7 points. On to the next. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirits. C in the NATO phonetic alphabet, a male name. Main answer, Tuken. There we go. Charlie is the right answer. I did accept either spelling, either with an IE or an EY. Oh, go away, Siri. Next question. Final form or evolution of the Pokemon Squirtle. 9 letters. Blastoise, Prey, you have dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. You're going to be replaced by We Like Shapes, coming in with 9 points. Disco in the lead in the wings after 11 questions. On to the next. TV show contestants. Missed out on winning a car in The Price is Right. Late played Jesse in Breaking Bad. 5, 4, or 4. Aaron, Paul, Kolo, and Toucan, you have dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Maybe me though, that's 5 right in a row, and extra life, you're back up to the top flight. Well played. 2 players need to come in. Prey out one door and in another, welcome back. And Toot coming in on 11 as well, on with the game. Arcana Arts, a crab that adapts to new shells for protection. 9, 6 letters. Be a hermit. Prey and Topper losing a life. Fernando and Lupine are one door away from oblivion. On to the next. Quitting for cakes. As well as the favourite of one tipster, lots of this was thrown overboard. Boston, 3 letters. Yoshi, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Do come join the game if you fancy it. Code's there on the screen if you fancied some trivia. That's tea, as in the Boston Tea Party, and of course our favourite penguin does enjoy a good cup of tea. 3 players, 1 drop or 1 step away from oblivion. On to the next. Cowboy Bebop characters. British Seaside Slapstick Puppet Show. 534 or 504. I must correct that bug. 0 means it's an ampersand, generally speaking, which will give you a bit of a clue on what the 3 might stand for. It will be Punch and Judy. Either with an ampersand or without. Yeah, for some reason it just doesn't pass those characters when they're in a clue. It puts it in as a 0. Yeah. Quizzing for cakes. A large mountainous region in South Germany. 5, 6. The Black Forest, the Schwarzwald, and Prey, you have dropped into the abyss for the 2nd time. You're out of the game, and thank you for playing. Fernando getting 5 right in a row. That's an extra life. You're back up to the middle level. And a replacement. It's going to be Toucan back in. Goodness me, RNG. There it goes. On to Arcana Arts. J. Giles, or Giles, stand in Stardust Crusaders. 12, it's 6 and 3. Tricky one here. That it's Hanged Man, Lupine, and Topper. You've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Shapes Fired. That's an extra life for 5 right in a row. Well done. You're both back up to the top flight. And 2 replacement players. Stimson's Angle, a new player coming in here. Ah! See, I was lying. Here's Sabster. Welcome to the game on 13. Disco's still leading in the wings on 17. TV show contestants. First winner of The Apprentice UK was Lord Sugar's Aid in the 2022 series. 3, 8, or 8. Tricky one there. Tim Campbell is who we're after. ABMe, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Ines, welcome into the abyss, joining us on 14 points. Let's go on. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirits, described as one-armed in a common name for a gambling slot machine. 6 letters. Be a bandit, a one-armed bandit. Sea of Green in the Abyss Arena. Most getting it right in the wings. My dog yapping at thin air again. Cowboy Bebop characters. London Underground line that is light blue in colour on the map. 8 letters. That would be Victoria, the Victoria line. And Toucan, you've dropped into the abyss once again. You're out of the game, but thanks for playing. And you're going to be replaced by Dragon. Welcome on in on 13 points. Cowboy Bebop characters again. This bone is also called the tibia. 4 letters. At the halfway point, This is question number 21 of 40. We're starting to think about how you can get in there. Got to hope some players drop first of all. It's the shin bone. Clive Dragon and Stimson's Angle losing a life on that one. Next question. Welcome to the stream, Clive, as well. I know you're here, but welcome formally. Arcane Arts, known as Helios in Greek, Soleil in French, and Taiyu in Japanese. Number 19, it's 3 letters long. That would be sun. Taiyu. How you pronounce it? I think I got my pronunciation right. Going on to question number 23. TV show contestants. First UK winner of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, leaving the Eggheads this year aged 80, 6 and 6, or just 6. Judith Keppel, double P, single L, Simpsons Angle Amplified. You've dropped into the abyss, you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Fernando, hanging on again though, 5 right in a row. That's another extra life. You're back up to the middle flight. For the 3rd time, Prey comes into the game on 10 points. And Oni now joining us as well on 16. Come on, Prey, I believe in you. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirit's an embarrassing error or an outtake in a film. 7 letters. That would be a blooper. Samsa, you've lost a life there, dropping down to the middle level. This is my game, boys. Go on, Prey. Question for cakes, a unit of measurement that roughly equates to 0.45 kilograms, 5 letters. It's a cakey related answer. That would be pound. Pound cake. Everyone's still there, all green lights in the Abyss Arena. Clive and Dragon poised over the door. Clive needs one more for an extra life. Cowboy Bebop characters describes a circle of problems that go round and get worse and worse. 7 letters. You get trapped in one of these, it's never fun. You thought it said kilometres at first, oh bad luck too. A vicious circle. Arrgh! Like one of them. It's a vicious circle. Dragon, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Clive, you've got yourself your extra life. You're back up to the middle flight. And Fired is coming back into the Abyss Arena. 14 questions to go. Arcana Arts, a game show hosted by Pat Sajak and Bradley Walsh. It's number 10, 527. That would be Wheel of Fortune. All green in the Abyss Arena. So it's Fernando poised over that drop at the moment. Two Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirits take the speed of sound, then octuple it. 4 and 1 or 4 and 5. Mach 8 is what we wanted there. Another casualty. Fernando, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. A message from our sponsor, Jerzo1.
Hello.
Hello to you too, Jers, and welcome to Cytosin, who joins the Abyss Arena on 14 points. Quitting for cakes. This is celebrated on the day that you were born each year. 8 letters. And Jers, thank you very much for that 10-month subscription there. Hello to you. I hope you got my DM the other day. Keep your eye on the post. It is, of course, one's birthday. Well done if you got that. 11 questions to go. Samsa getting 5 right in a row. That is an extra life. You're back up to the top flight. Disco and Toot now tied for the lead in the wings on 27 out of 29. Good effort from both of them. TV show contestants, 2007 female winner of Strictly Come Dancing, current Britain's Got Talent judge, 6, 5 or 5. That would be Alicia Dixon. Clive, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. James, welcome to the Abyss Arena, I think for the first time. Welcome on in on 14 points. Final 10 questions. Cowboy Bebop characters. Volleyball move where the ball is slammed forcefully downwards. 5 letters. That's a spike, is what that's called. Shapes, you've lost a life. Drop it down to the middle level. But Oni's got 5 right in a row, getting himself an extra light. He's back up to the top flight. Very well played. arcana arts, a priest who interprets esoteric mysteries and bizarre principles. It's number 5, 10 letters. 9 questions to go, including this one. Ricky won this one. It's a Hierophant. Well done if you got that one. Fired and Pray, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. Lupine's coming back in for another go on 27. And Not a Cat joins us on 3. What a bit about the swings in this game. Quizzing for Cakes, an autonomous archipelago off the coast of Portugal, not too far from the Canary Islands. 7 letters. Madeira. Madeira cake. Sightseeing, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Jogging. Welcome on in on 24 points. 7 questions to go. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirits. First name of the Marvel character known as the Scarlet Witch. 5 letters. That'd be Wanda. Gotta whisper it sight in, otherwise it won't be paused. A few players losing a life on that one. Everyone's still remaining in the Abyss Arena for now. 6 questions to go. TV show contestant, Sale of the Century contestant, Psycho founder, and brutally honest judge on UK and US Got Talent. 5, 6, or 6. That is Mr. Simon Cowell. Yeah, wrong window. Happens to us all, mate. Don't worry. Don't you worry your head. 5 questions left. Question 36, last of each of these categories before the final. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Spirits, film franchise with characters including Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago. 5 letters. It's Rocky. Well done if you got that one. Sea of Green in the Abyss Arena. No extra lives, no one dropping. 4 questions to go. Cowboy Bebop character, the last British monarch with this name, abdicated the throne in 1936. 6 letters. Edward the 8th, I believe. Not a cat, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Lots of extra lives though. Shapes, Oni and Toot. 5 in a row, that's an extra life. Move you back up to the middle, Oni's back up to the top. And Natter, a chance to get into the final with just 3 questions left, joining us on 19. Quizzing for Cakes, a family of German counts whose seat of power was the castle of Kellersburg. 10 letters. Watch your spelling. It would be Battenberg. Battenberg is the answer we wanted there. A few players losing a lives, maybe confusing an E with a U. Samster, that's an extra life. You're back up to the middle flight with 2 questions to go. Natter now guaranteeing a place into the final. TV show contestants, blockbuster contestant, co-writer with Ricky Gervais on The Office and appeared in the film Logan. 7, 8, or 8. No, not Berg. ERG. As in European Research Group, I guess. Stephen Merchant, James, you have dropped into the abyss with 1 question to go. Very bad luck. But you're out of the game. Thanks for playing. Innes getting an extra life and guaranteeing himself a place into the final, as is everyone else on the middle level. All eyes on Jogging and Toot. Puzzle Dan is also going to be guaranteed into the final on 21, joining at this late stage. Jogging and Toot, are they going to vacate a space? Final question on Arcana Arts. The Earth has one of them getting further and further away. 18, 4 letters. That time Prey came back in the game. It's the Moon. Natter losing a life, but everyone else surviving. So we have got our 9 finalists. So after 40 questions, it is time for the final. As you can see, we are going to restore all 9 of you back up to the top flight. There you go. And with that, we have got our 9 finalists. We Like Shapes on 35. Puzzle, which, yeah, Creethny, presumably Creethny. Shapes on 35, Puzzle Dan on 22, Jogging on 29, Lupine on 34, Natter on 20, Innes on 34, Oni on 30, Samster on 33, and Toot on 36. That is quite a formidable looking final, I have to say, so very well done if you have managed to survive, if you're one of the 9. Well done to Disco and Toot having the high score in the Wings game going into the final. If you are in the Wings, then you can no longer win the Abyss, you can no longer survive it, but you can still play for pennies, of course, and in this game you multiply your score by 5, and it will give you your weight in pennies. I think I did it not showing that because at the time I was using a slightly different system, and also it would require me to have 3 figures across these nice podiums in the middle. So, time for the final. Let's explain the rules. 1990 fucking 4. So the 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Up to 10 questions will be displayed. Whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot as before. If arena players drop into the Abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. The winner is the last player standing, and if after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left, i.e. the highest player of their shoot. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. That's all there is to it. So, categories are going to be the same, but they're going to be coming in a random order. That won't be 5 before any repeats. You could have 2 cake questions right at the very beginning. You might do, you might not. And all of the questions in the final, whilst they are the same category, they are all marginally more difficult. One of you 9 could survive the Abyss, or we could have no winners and the Abyss could take you all. We'll find out in about 4 minutes' time. Good luck to you all. Let's play. Starting with Arcana Arts, one of the 4 cardinal virtues. This one relates to abstaining from something. 14, the Arcana, the Major Arcana deck, 10 letters long. And hello Score Count, welcome to the stream. That would be Temperance. It was one of the cardinal virtues of the school I used to teach at. Temperance is what we wanted. Just Oni and Toot surviving that one. TV show contestants, Krypton Factor and Only Connect winner, current Tory MP for Newcastle under Lyme, 5444. That would be Aaron Bell. Aaron or Aaron Bell. Again, quite a few players losing a life on that one. Just Oni remaining at the top flight now. TV show contestants again. First 2-time winner of Survivor USA. Played with her daughter in 2022 on the Australian version. 6'9" or 6'4'5" or 9 or 4'5". Sandra Diaz Twine, hence the variance on that. And goodness me, Sam Salute by Nata Dan and Jogging. You've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thanks for playing. 4 remaining. Cowboy Bebop characters. Methamphetamine drug found in the Fallout video game universe. 3 letters. Jet is the answer. Shapes and Ennis, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Eventually 6 questions left, only 2 on their final run. Quizzing for Kate, it gets its name from the birthplace of Christopher Columbus. Cake-related answer. Food's in. Oni's in. They're both wrong. It's Genoise. Genoise or Genois. Not sure on the pronunciation, but I'm afraid Oni and 2, you both dropped into the Abyss. And nobody wins. Indeed.
Pain. Pain. Pain.
And you're all flying through. Oh well.
What a shame.
Nobody wins. The Abyss has taken you all of you, every single one of you has succumbed to the Abyss. They were a lot trickier. That's the idea of the game, Samster. Turns out that cake spelling is Battenberg and Genoise. Yes, they were trickier, but that is the way the game goes. Sometimes there just are no winners. But thank you all very much for playing. Well done to Toot taking the high score in the Wings, Disco in second, and Shapes in third. Look at these top scores: 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. 3 at 30, a 29, 27, a couple of 25s, a couple of 22s, a couple of 321s, a couple of 20s, 19, 18, 18, 14, 9, 8, 5, and 0. Yeah, you still get some pennies. Maybe you're all in a spaceship. You're not, actually. I think the balls just keep falling forever. Do the balls keep falling forever? Find out. Yeah, they do. Those balls have been falling for half an hour. They've been falling for 30 minutes. Yeah, you all keep going. It doesn't destroy the balls. So there's lots of balls hurtling through space at the moment. Ah, well, that's the way the game goes. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much to BC and to Shadowmane for those collection of packs right there. I'm sorry, I was reading Kolo's suggestion that's just come in. I'll read that and respond in a bit more detail later on. You're probably right. You're probably right. It is maybe a bit excessive at the end on the rules. And yeah, maybe we don't need to up the difficulty too much. I mean, the idea was that there was sort of a progressive curve through the questions. But of course, the questions are asked in a random order. So the questions from 1 to 8 are... There are sort of 2 easy ones, 2 medium, hard, and the rest in the middle. But they're randomized, so you don't necessarily notice the order. You only notice the spike in difficulty at the end because they suddenly come at you fast, so to speak. So, anyway. 2 games of dropping balls so far, and of course, Spacey 4 game to come at the end as well, which is even more dropping balls in space. Yeah, that to look forward to. But thank you very much both to BC and to Shadowmane for a lovely set of questions there. Unfortunately, nobody has managed to survive the Abyss. It has taken you all, but that's the way the game goes sometimes. You still get some nice pennies from it. Times you score by 5, and they're the pennies you'll get when the credits roll. They will be added to your bank. But don't go away, because if you want even more doom and gloom, coming up after the break, it is going to be The Purge, a pack written by Sam is Acidic. A nice, very accessible pack from Sam this time round. So I do hope that you'll stick around and join me for that. If you're subbed, then you won't see adverts and you can enjoy the funk. If you're not, then you'll get some adverts. But don't worry, we won't start the next game without you. So do stick around for even more scary trivia action coming right up after the break. Unfortunately, though, for now, the Abyss has taken you all. See you in a minute. Got to let that last note ring out at the end right there. Let's put the funk back on. Let's refresh the app. Let's give you an Abyss bonus. Abyss, only 11. Well, that's something better than nothing, isn't it? Don't go away, because after this short break, we will be back with The Purge, as written by Sam. Hope to see you there. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it's time for the Purge. FBBJ. Facebook blowjobs. That's the first thing that came to mind for me there. FBBJ. Facebook blowjobs is a code you need to type in if you want to come play. Fibbage. Fibbage works too. Yes, come join the game. It's the Purge. Now with background game. So you can keep playing even after you've been eliminated or if you turn up a bit late. Possibly contrary to the Facebook terms of service. Might well be. I note the feedback coming in on the Abyss and suggestions, and I'm grateful too. Forget Butter by Jam. Hello, Claire. Welcome to the stream. You back from being all famous and whatnot yesterday. Claire going out on national Twitter vision. I imagine it went out on the BBC as well. But hope you're doing well. Come join for a game of the Purge. 26 players in so far. I will explain the rules in just a moment. I'm going to open my second non-alcoholic Copperberg of the evening. And very nice it is as well. Yeah, Megs went shopping. She picked up these mixed fruit tropical ones. I normally get the mixed fruit raspberry, but these are perfectly pleasant actually. So, this pack comes to us from our Australian friend from down under. Sam is acidic. Usually writes 2 or 3 packs a season. I'd say a fun story. I met Sam in another. It's a Roblox community actually. He asked if I could come and be on a panel of Beat the Chasers as a chaser, would you believe? We had a lot of fun, and he sort of came and joined us thereafter. Because of time zones being a thing, he's seldom able to join us live, but I understand he watches the VOD. So in the future, Sam, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Sportsy, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. Good to have you. For those of you who haven't played before, or maybe want a quick, there's always one at least one token Australia question as well. Always one. It becomes a bit of a thing, and this pack is no exception. So, quick refresher for those of you who want a reminder of the rules, and maybe an explanation for those who haven't played before. Across up to 20 questions, you need to answer multiple choice. That was a terrible sentence. Let me start again. You'll be asked up to 20 questions, which are all multiple choice. The first 5 will have 2 options, the next 5 3, then 4, and then the final 5 will have 5 options each. All you need to do is whisper A, B, C, D, or E to Persephone's Twitch bot within 10 seconds. If you are correct, hooray for you. If you're incorrect, then it's going to count towards this rather ominous looking thermometer in the middle, which is the Purgeometer, the Purgeometer, if you prefer. Every question will have a target that must not be breached of a percentage of players getting any given question wrong. If you get that question wrong, or if you abstain, abstention is treated as wrong in this game, so do bear that in mind. You might as well attempt even if you're not sure. If that is breached, then it triggers a purge. And everybody who got the immediately preceding question incorrect or abstained is put into that purge. Those players are given a new question, which is not multiple choice, and 20 seconds to answer that question. If they get it right, hooray for them, they get to rejoin everybody else. If they are wrong, however, they are permanently and immediately eliminated from the game. Simple as that. After each purge, the purgeometer will reset. It starts at 50%. And, Puzzle Dan, thank you for the generosity. Sportsy, you've got a tier 1 sub. Enjoy ad-free viewing and the emotes for the next month or so. Thank you very much, Puzzle Dan, for your generosity there. So yes, the purgeometer will start at 50%, and it drops by 10% for every question we don't hit a purge. As soon as we do hit a purge, it resets back to 50 plus 10 for each subsequent purge. So after purge number 4, we're going to be having 90% star points. But the questions do get harder, as do the options. The options get more numerous as things go on. So that's about the long and short of it. The basic MO is get the question right and you'll be fine. If you're wrong, you have to hope that everybody else, the hive mind, can save you and get you out of bother. The game starts with a tiebreaker question, which is numerical, and that will function as a tiebreaker if we need it towards the end of the game. You don't see your scores along the way, so you'll have to keep a mental tally of what you've got. But I will reveal it at the end. We go to the final purge when one of the following criteria is met. Either we have had 5 purges, we have had 20 main game questions, or we have 5 or fewer players remaining. Whichever one of those events happens first will trigger the final purge, at which point 5 players will go into the final. It'll be the 5 highest scoring players broken on the tiebreak if necessary. Those are the rules of the purge. I'll explain them all again as we go along in case we get stuck, and I'll explain the rules of the final as and when we get there. 32 players are in. I'll give you another 30 seconds to come and join this game if you would like to play before we get underway. You're usually bad at this. Oh, I have every faith in you, Sportsy. Oh. Right. Actually, sort of on running ahead of schedule today. I might be able to show you some of Toogle That tonight. It's not quite finished yet, but I might be able to give you a gander at it, depending how long this game takes to get through. If you are eliminated, incidentally, or if you're joining late, do keep answering. Because every question you get right out of the main 20 questions, not the purge questions and not the final questions, but out of the main questions, of the ones you get right, you get 5 pennies for each. So it's still worth taking part. Yeah, don't jinx it. Good point, Tadaru. Okay, that explains the rules. We've got 32 players in. I think we should get underway. Let's lock you in and let's play, when I get to the right profile, the purge. Yeah, the remake Google That with Hackbox compatibility. I said last Tuesday, after the disaster that was last Tuesday's Google That attempt, I said I'd remake it, and that's exactly what I've done. So, tiebreaker question. This will be a number answer in digits, not in words. And I'll be even more specific than that. It's a number between 0 and 100. It's a whole number, so no punctuation, decimals, or full stops or anything like that, otherwise it won't parse, and it'll give you, like, max.int or int.max, which is a very, very big number, like 46 quintillion or something. So, answering as a number, you've got 20 seconds to do this. Here is the tiebreaker, should we need it, question. According to a recent YouGov survey, what percentage of Britons like pineapple on pizza? This is a question I can get behind. Briggs, Toucan? 53. Trick question, none. I love pineapple on pizza. I think pineapple on pizza is a great idea. Hawaiian pizza, great idea. And I just want to know where the other 47% are. I hate 53% of those people. Well, however far away from the number 53 you are, that is... that might be it. That might be it, Prix. Yes, it is whole number. Oh, so maybe it just throws the answer out and doesn't process it if it can't read it, rather than just giving you max.int by default. So that'll be why it didn't process it. That's good. Pineapple is the Brexit of pizza toppings. Very good. The Brexit of pizza toppings. Now I love a pineapple pizza. Anyway, put that to the back of your mind because you don't need to worry about it yet. We're going to go on to the main game. Question number 1. There are 2 options, A and B. That is my buzz-off title for tonight. So, 50% or more of you are wrong on this first question, then we're going to a purge very early on. If not, we'll go straight on to the next. Fingers on keyboards, A or B for question number 1. Options are front, back. On being arrested, a police officer may request that you put your hands behind your what? Oh yeah, just ignore the bot having a moment. And there's time. Yeah, sorry, the first question where everyone joins, the bot does that to confirm you've joined the game. So it's meant to be for players who have joined late and don't know if they're in the game because you don't see your points until the end. So just ignore the bot there. It won't do that again unless someone new actually joins. So the correct answer was, of course, your back. Put your hands behind your back, and I'm hoping that's what most people gave. If you gave me something else, or you abstained, then you're going to count towards this purge meter. Let's find out. Start the meter. Hey, there we go. It's a good start. 100% of players getting it right, all 32 of you. No abstentions, no one going for front. We can go right on. Question number 2, 40% now. The breakpoint dropping by 10%. No danger of getting there last time, but let's see if this one provides any more trouble. 2 options, and they are 12. 1. By definition, how many people govern a monocracy? Time. There were a couple of abstentions in there. Correct answer is 1. From mono coming from the Latin for one, so one ruler. If you gave me 1, all's good for you. If not, you're going to count towards this count. How many were wrong? Start the meter. One player going for 12. 2 abstentions there, accounting for a total of 9%, just over 9%, but 29 of you getting it right, and we have avoided a purge. Let's go on. Question number 3. So if you got that one wrong, don't worry, the hive mind saved you. Question number 3, 30% breakpoint. Options are China, Japan. The oil company Sinopec was founded in which large Asian country? Time. Sorry, just moving my pop shield down slightly. It's too far this way. Correct answer was China. China Sinopec oil. If you gave me that, all's good. If not, well, let's find out. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Hey! This is what we like to see, 100% getting it right. 32 players, all knowing that Sinopec is from China. On we go. With large in the question, yeah. I think Japan's, population-wise, it's certainly large. Question number 4, the breakpoint is now 20%. Let's see how this goes. 2 options, here they are. Peas. Potatoes. A tomato plant produces both tomatoes and which other vegetable? Time, we had some abstentions there. How many is the question? Correct answer is potatoes. The tomato plant produces potatoes and tomatoes. 20% the breakpoint. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Halfway there, it's slowing down. Woohoo! 18.75%. 3 abstentions and 3 wrong answers there. Just about avoiding the purge. So if you were an abstainee, or you got that one wrong, the other 26 players have saved you from a purge question. Lucky you. Let's go on. Question number 5, the last one with 2 options. After this, they will increase to 3. And the breakpoint down at 10%, which means if we survive this one, we are guaranteed a purge off after question 6. Good luck. Question 5. Options are limeries, orangeries. Fashionable from the 17th century, English upper classes grew citrus fruits in greenhouses called what? Answer from everybody. If determined to get in on this one, the correct answer is orangeries. We have one downstairs attached to our kitchen, though we don't grow citrus fruits in it. Though we have taken the dining room table out of it and put it in the living room because it's Baltic cold in there at the moment, and eating dinner is becoming something of a chore at the moment. Right answer was orangeries. If more than 10% of you were wrong, then we are going into our first purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. Wow, 34% getting that one wrong, and we have triggered purge number 1. 11 players going for limeries. Well done for the 21 of you who gave me orangeries. You are safe from this purge, and we'll carry on in a minute, so take a little breather. We are about to find out who did get that one wrong, and because if you were wrong there, if you're one of the 11 players who gave a wrong answer, you are going into this purge, and you are G-Isons, Fire, Dragon, Stimpson's Angle, Tadaru, Prey, Fernando, Not a Cat, James, BC, and Shade of Brass. You are all in purge number 1. You will be given a question that requires a full answer. You will have 20 seconds to respond. If you get it right, you get to join everyone else. Good for you. If you get it wrong, you are eliminated immediately and permanently from the game. But you can continue answering questions in the behind-the-scenes game, so do continue answering to the bot, though not for this one. If you're not in this purge, you don't need to answer because these don't count towards your pennies anyway. So, good luck to all 11 of you. Here is the first purge question. What is the name of the main antagonist in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise? Simpsons angle, we need an answer. There we go. Just let that clock run down. And there it's time. Hoping most people got this. The amount of time you've been hanging out with me and the amount of Sonic trivia I throw your way. In fact, I have a feeling this might have been a question in the very first game of the Escape Artist. Way back in 2020. Long time ago now, over 2 years now. The correct answer is Dr. Robotnik. BC going for Dr. Eggman / Robotnik. I did accept either answer, either Robotnik or Eggman. So BC, I will allow that. Dr. Eggman / Robotnik. That's fine. Egghead, though, I'm afraid I can't accept. Silly game names. It is Robotnik, is the answer. Thumper is also incorrect, I'm afraid, Stinson's angle. So I'm afraid for you two, it's going to be an early shower. It's the wrong answer at the wrong time, and I'm afraid you have been purged. And just like that, they're out of the game. 32 players become 30, though I do hope that you will continue to play along in the behind-the-scenes game. On to question number 6, and everyone's back in play, apart from the two who were purged. 3 options per question now. The breakpoint is 60%, resets to 50, and adds on 10 for the first purge. 30 players remain. Let's go on. Options are palindromic, odd, prime. 1991 was the only year of the century to be what kind of number? Mathematical definitions. Correct answer is palindromic, the same backwards as it is forwards. It is an odd number, but it certainly wasn't the only one. It's not a prime number. The closest prime to that year, I think, was 1993, which was prime. Palindromic is what we wanted. Let's find out how many got that one wrong. Start the meter. 3% incorrect, accounting for 3 abstentions, that's 10%. No one going for odd, 4 players going for prime, 13% of you. Not catching the palindrome there, but the rest of the players have saved you. 23 players who gave the A, very well done. Let's go on. Question number 7, breakpoint drops by 10%, down to 50. Question number 7, 3 options, here they are. Yellow, blue, red, white, and what other colour make up the flag of Indonesia? Time. 50% the breakpoint, correct answer is red. White and red flag. No other information to give you there. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. It's the flag of Monaco, but longer. Or the flag of Poland upside down. Indeed that. Okay, almost getting halfway to that breakpoint. 23% incorrect again. 2 going for yellow, 3 for blue, and 2 abstentions. Well done to the 77% who gave me the correct answer of red. On we go. Question number 8. Breakpoint drops to 40% now. Getting tantalisingly lower to the bottom of that purgeometer. Don't want to get one wrong just before a purge. Question number 8. 3 options. Here they are. Cape Town, Calgary, Chicago. Considered by some academics to be the world's first skyscraper, the home insurance building was erected in which city? Time. Yes, phrased in a particular particular way because there is some ambiguity among scholars what is considered to be the first skyscraper, but certainly by some they would say the home insurance building was the first skyscraper sometime in the 19th century. But which city was it in? It was in Chicago. Chicago. I used to work at Chicago's the old department store. Sorry, university drinking songs. How many players gave me Chicago? More importantly, how many players didn't give me Chicago? Breakpoint's 40%. Let's find out. Start the meter. Over halfway and still climbing. Stopping. 27% incorrect. 1 going for Cape Town, 5 for Calgary. 2 abstentions in there. That counts for 7%. In a question or two's time, 7% could very well make the difference between life and death. So make sure you answer even if you're not sure. For now, we go on. Question number 9. Breakpoint drops to 30%. Still 3 options. Have a look at this. Horse. Cow. Cat. A famous breed of which animal originated in Lipizia in Slovenia? Time. Lipizia. Does that sound familiar to anybody? The correct answer is horse. Horse. The Lipizan horse is generally grey in colour. The Lipizan, if you've heard of that. It's a type of horse. The breakpoint is 30%. How many of you were wrong? Should we do this one at a time? Yeah, why not? How many people abstained? Three. 10%. How many people said C, cat? 3. 10%. So if under 10% have said cow, we survive this question. If more than 10% have said cow, then whoever was wrong or abstained is going into purge number 2. How many people said cow? At least one. Oh, we've smashed through it. 57% incorrect. 11 players thought it was cow. Just 43% getting that question right. Very well done. If you are one of the 13 who gave me the correct answer, horse there, have a breather for a minute. You are not involved in this question. But for the 17 people who gave me a wrong answer or abstained, I'm afraid you are going into purge number 2. And let's find out who you are. E.G. Eisen's Topper, Tadara and Prey, James, Puzzle Dan, Not a Cat and Colo, Curse Toucan, Claire, Riff, Lupine, BC, Samster, Natter and Sportsy. You are all in purge number 2. 20 seconds to give me a full answer. If you get it right, you get to rejoin the game. If not, you have to leave us. Good luck. Here's your question. What gives red blood cells their colour? Time. I think just the one abstention there from Claire, who will be eliminated as a matter of course. Strawberry Nesquik is not the right answer. Let's take a look. The correct answer is hemoglobin is what we're after. Oh, platelets. It's in the right ballpark, but I'm just going to check that because that is a word I recognise. I have a feeling that might be white blood cells. Smallest of our blood cells can be seen under a microscope. They're literally shaped like small plates. Someone who's cleverer than me will be able to tell me what a platelet is, but it's certainly not what makes them red. It's definitely hemoglobin. I'm sorry, Sporty. Oh, the cells that rebuild skins, different type of blood cell. Oxygen is not the one protein. I think hemoglobin might be a type of protein. Only got one wrong and immediately purged my troubles, bruh.
What a shame.
Never mind, Topper. Oxygen, the heart, worth a guess. Iron, all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. So if you did give me the right answer, hemoglobin there, either with or without the A, the answer was accepted, then very well done. You get to rejoin the game. But unfortunately for G. Eisens, Topper, Prey, Not a Cat, Lupine, Claire, and it's Sportsy. It's the wrong answer at the wrong time. And you've been purged. And then 30 became 23. If you've been eliminated, you can still play along for pennies in the background game. The breakpoint has reset to 70%. We are up to question number 10 with 23 players left. This is the last question with 3 options. After this, they will increase to 4. Fingers on keyboards, everybody. Good luck. Here is question number 10. Options are Shakespeare, Dante, Chaucer. John of Gaunt is commonly believed to have been a close friend and supporter of which writer? Time. John of Gaunt. The correct answer is Geoffrey Chaucer. Yes, towards the end of their lives, they actually became brothers-in-law. So that's nice. Breakpoint is 70%. How many of you were wrong? Start the meter. 35%, just shy. No abstentions there. 1 going for Dante, 7 going for Shakespeare. The 15 players, 65% who gave me Chaucer. Well done, you have saved everybody. Let's go on. Reaching the midpoint of the main game. 3 options becomes 4 as we go to question number 11. The breakpoint drops to 60%. And let's see what you make of this. Options are my best game on this channel. Good to hear, Sightson. Too Hot to Handle, Total Wipeout, Takeshi's Castle, or Ninja Warrior. The Dreadmill, Crash Mountain, and Dizzy Dummies are all segments of which competitive reality TV series? I expect to be eliminated on the next question. We'll see. Time. You can't be eliminated on the next question because this question isn't an elimination question. Correct answer. Total Wipeout. Total Wipeout. I did tweak a couple of those options just to make this one slightly more challenging. I think I added in Takeshi's Castle and Ninja Warrior. So, with Richard Hammond, yes. That would explain why Top Gear was one of the original answers, actually. Total Wipeout is what we wanted there. How many of you were wrong? The breakpoint is 60%. Start the meter. Still climbing. We survived. 48% of you were incorrect on that one. 12% short of the required 60. No one going for Too Hot to Handle. 4 for Takeshi's Castle and 6 for Ninja Warrior. And just a single abstention there. Just over half. 52%. 12 players at getting the correct answer. Total Wipeout. Almost a total wipeout. Very good. On we go. Breakpoint dropping back to where it started, 50%, 23 players still in live play. Question number 12, 4 options, and they are Sydney, Adelaide, Hobart, Canberra. Famous for its showcase of agriculture and livestock, the Easter Show is a world-famous Australian event held in which state capital? There's your token Australia question from our friend Sam Dan Under. Correct answer is Sydney. Note state capital. The word state was added later. Originally it just said capital. I thought, well, I'll try and help out towards Australia having state capitals. They are all state capitals, but the correct answer is Sydney. Breakpoint is 50%. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Famous for its fields, indeed so. We are within 10% and slowing. If everyone could have gotten that right, please. Doesn't look like you're going to have much luck, Citus in 96%. were incorrect. Just one player getting it right. One player gets to sit out of this purge. 3 going for Canberra, 9 for Adelaide, 10 for Hobart, just 1 for Sydney. Not that world famous, apparently. It could be a total wipeout. We could have a winner right here if everybody gets this purge question wrong and one player remains. Then they will win the game. Everybody but one is going into purge number 3. Let's find out who gets to sit it out. It's Samster. Go on, Samster. Could Samster win the game after the 3rd purge without even getting to a final? We will find out. You know the drill. You're all here. 20 seconds. In fact, you've all now been in a purge because Samster was in the last purge. 20 seconds. No multiple choice. Get it right, you get to come back to the game. Get it wrong, and you're gone. Good luck. Here is the 3rd purge question. How many pieces are in a tangram puzzle? And as with the rest of the game, the purge questions do gradually get harder as they go on. James, need an answer. Not received in time, you will be eliminated as a matter of course. So, is Samster going to reign supreme, or are some players going to come back and make him fight for it? Didn't grab it, didn't process your answer for reasons best known to itself. I can only apologise for that. Twitch is out of my hands. Correct answer is 7. There are 7 pieces in a tangram puzzle. Just to give you a little more information, a tangram is a Chinese puzzle made by cutting a square into 5 triangles, a square, and a rhomboid, which are capable of being recombined in many different figures. Talk to Ash about tangrams. He knows an awful lot about them by dint of something he made for a game we both used to mod for in another life. You have a magnetic one on your fridge, so you know this. It's good to hear. Not everybody did, though. We've got 4, 8, 6, 8, 9, 4, 15, 13, 9, and no answer there. It does mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of you get to go back and join Samster, which means we have 13 players, but it means we lose 10 players. Started with 2, then 7, now 10. The number going out in the purge is increasing, but unfortunately for AB Me, Tadaru, Shadowmane, Shade of Brass, Natter, BC, Colo, Puzzledan, James, and Cursed Toucan. It's a wrong answer at the wrong time. Thank you for playing, but you have been purged. "13 players now remain. Samster is not going to get a walk. He is going to have to play on. Oni, Fired, Shapes, Riff, Jers, Samster, Disco, Jogging, Innis, Fernando, Sightsin, Prugs, and Toot. You all survive and are back to the game. The breakpoint resets to 80%. We are at question 13, and 13 players left, curiously. There are still 4 options per question. Good luck. Options for the next question are Gap, Mouth, Door, Bridge. Song from the stage musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is Close Every What. Do keep answering. If you are playing in the background game, you still get pennies for answering even if you've been eliminated. Time. Correct answer is Door. It's in F minor. Close every door to me. Hide all the world from me, and so on. How many people said door? Start the meter. 100% of you. Or 13 getting that right. Very well played. We go on. Breakpoint drops to 70%. Question 14. There are still 4 options. Yes, Any Dream Will Do is also from Joseph. And there's a couple of good songs in that show. Question number 14. Options are Over the horizon. Passive. Doppler. Navigational. Which radar system is commonly used in weather forecasting? Time. Some abstentions in there. The correct answer was Doppler. The Doppler radar system. Doppler weather radar is an instrument that sends pulses of electromagnetic energy into the atmosphere to find precipitation, determine its motion and intensity, and identify the precipitation type such as rain, snow, or hail. No, the Doppler effect is something different. The Doppler effect is when a ambulance goes past going Nina, da, 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 and then it goes past you and it goes da, 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 where it changes pitch. I don't know if it's related. I don't think it is, but I might be wrong. And that to me denotes disappointment. Right, we're going to go one at a time, because why not? How many people abstained? Wow. 2 players, that was all, but it accounts for 15%. How many players said B, passive? Just 1, 8%. How many players said D, navigational? Just the 1, 8%. We've got 50% to play with, just under. How many people said A, over the horizon? So yeah, we've got 40% to play with. I can't math. Before I press the magic button, thank you very much, Oren Mistarl, for the Prime Gaming subscription. They're very grateful to you. 40% to play with. My mistake. How many people said A, over the horizon? More than 1. More than 2. Still climbing. It's stopping at 62%. Doppler radar does use the Doppler effect to figure out how fast clouds are moving, since the bounce back waves are slow based on the speed of the... Fair enough. Today I learned. When for over the horizon, as in where do you look to see what weather's coming? That is logical. Just 4, but it accounts for 31% of answers. 5 players, 38% give me the correct answer, Doppler, which means that 38% have helped everyone survive that question. Well played. Let's go on. Question 15, breakpoint dropping to 60%. Last question with 4 options. After this, we get into the final 5 and it jumps to 5. Good luck. Question number 15. Options are Reggie Watts, Questlove, Louis Cato, Jean-Baptiste. Which talk show band leader won the Album of the Year at the 2022 Grammys? I think everyone got an answer in there. The correct answer was Jean-Baptiste. Jean-Baptiste, not someone I'd heard of, must confess, but he's the band leader on The Late Show starring Stephen Colbert. How many of you were wrong? Start the meter. Now for the band leader, possibly. Or it might be styled question mark question. We are within 10%. We are slowing down. We've broken through. 77% were wrong. Just 3 players went for Jean-Baptiste. 1 for Louis Cato, 3 for Reggie Watson, 6 for Questlove. Which means 3 people get to sit this one out. And again, we could be going to the final purge right here and now if all of these players get this subsequent question wrong. If not, we go back to the game. The breakpoint was 60%. It has been broken. Who is in Purge number 4? Oni, Sightsin, Shapes, Disco, Fernando, Proves, Innis, Jogging, Samster, and Riff. Fired, Toot, and Jers. Sit this one out for just a minute. Don't bother answering this one if you're playing in the background game, because these ones don't count towards it. Yeah, Christmas jumpers already, Lupine. It's getting cold and my cardie's in the wash. I might have to stand in a minute because I keep crossing my legs. Good luck. Fourth Purge question, 20 seconds, full answer required. Here it is. Who stars as Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez in the 80s action film Highlander and its sequel? Need an answer, Oni? There we go. And there's everyone answering, and that is time. Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez. Generally depicted as an Egyptian swordsman, the correct answer is Sean Connery. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I choose to play my 1 vs 100 escape. Thank you. Unfortunately, you don't get one of those in this game. Banderas. Maybe a bit early for Antonio Banderas. Mel Gibson. Emilio Estevez. I hope he's still getting work. Unfortunately, those are all wrong answers. Well done to Riff, Samster, Disco, Innis, and Cytosin. You 5 will go back and join Fired, Toot, and Jurs in the final 5 questions, with 8 players going forward. But unfortunately for Oni, Shapes, Jogging, Fernando, and Prugs, it's a wrong answer at a wrong time. And you've been purged. So, we come to it at last. The great battle of our time. Question number 16. There are now 5 options per question. There are 8 players remaining. The breakpoint is 90%. Quite high, but remember you're all going to count for at least 10%. Slightly more than 10%. About 12%? Slightly more than that even. 12 times 8 is 96? About 12.5% each. 12.25% each. So, good luck to you all. Question number 16. Options are translatination, romanization, Engishing, Latinifying, reglomerating. Transliteration to Latin script from a different writing system is known as what? Time. Disco not getting an answer in there. That's going to be at least 12.5%. Or 12.25%. The correct answer is romanization. Romanization is the word that we use. Nothing else to say about that. I think the other words might actually have been made up. How many were wrong? Start the meter. It was just Disco. 12.5% is what you each count for, and that one abstention does account for quite a lot. Romanization, the other 7 players going for that 88% right. Let's go on. Question number 17. Breakpoint drops to 80%. 5 options. Here they are. HBO Max, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix. Which US streaming service has the largest library? We're having a little think, late answers coming in there. Riff, formally welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a little while. Bot just picking you up in the chat for the first time. I like this question a lot. The correct answer is it's Prime Video by quite a long way, actually. It's about 21,000 compared to 21,000 film and TV shows compared to the next highest, which I think is Netflix, which is around 4,000. Might be Hulu. Yeah, there's a lot of shit on it. Immediately recommended going for C. Well, let's find out one at a time how many of you got that one wrong. Any abstentions? No abstentions. So we can go through them one at a time. Let's go backwards. How many people said E, Netflix? 1. How many people said D, Hulu? Oh, regretted going to C. 2, 25%. How many people said C, Disney Plus? Yes, it does contain all the things you have to pay for as well. It keeps catching me out. 38% going for C. Just 3 players, but that's a big old chunk of it. We are 5% away from that breakpoint. How many people said A, HBO Max. If I press the button and the meter starts moving, you're in trouble. That was me making a rising pitch tension noise with my throat, not a cat. How many people said HBO Max? None! None whatsoever. Well done, you have survived. B flat up to a G. Nice. It's not good for my blood pressure. That's what we like to hear, Disco. It is a game of high tension. I am milking it a little bit tonight. But with no one going for HBO Max, 2 players got the correct answer, Prime Video there, and that 25% was enough to keep you in the question. Very well played. We go on to the next. Breakpoint drops to 70%. 5 options on question 18. Options are ground beetles, earthworms, moths, wasps, dragonflies. Consisting of over 40,000 species, the Carabidae is the family of which insect? Gotta get a little close there, Riftfied and Cytosin. Goodness me. Correct answer. It's ground beetles. It is one of the 10 most species-rich families of ground beetles. If more than 70% of you are wrong, though, it will be the last question before the final purge. How many were wrong? Start the meter. I would want ground beetles. Forget flavourings and colourings we assume today. 38% were wrong. 5/6 of the word scarab there helped. Yeah, I can imagine that was probably a big help. No one going for earthworms, no one for wasps. 2 for dragonflies, 1 for moths. But well done to the 63% who gave me ground beetles. We go on to question 19. God, when was the last time we got this late into a purge pack? It's a while back, certainly. 60% is now the break point. 5 options on question 19, and they are shotgun, revolver, pistol, rifle, submachine gun. American Samuel Colt was the first person to make the mass production of which firearm commercially viable? Time. Correct answer is the revolver. Colt Python Magnum, for example. American gun question. Yeehaw, USA, etc., etc., etc. How many of you were wrong? Start the meter. Nice time to all go right. 100% of you, all 8 getting the correct answer, revolver. And we finish where we started. Question number 20 at a breakpoint of 50%. That's what I meant by we finish where we started. The first breakpoint was 50%, and it's come full circle back to it. We haven't got to question 20 of the Purge for a long time. I haven't said it, Lupine. I haven't said it because I didn't want to jinx it. But it has got the makings of a perfect Purge pack. For those who haven't seen before, a perfect Purge pack is one where we have all 20 questions, all 5 purges, and leave with exactly 5 players going into the final. It's happened once before, quite early on in the history of the game. Is it going to happen now? We're certainly going to see all 20 questions. Good luck. Options are Coventry City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Queen's Park Rangers, Ipswich Town. Former Soccer Saturday pundit Phil Thompson played as a defender in the 75-76 Premier League season for which club? Did I say all 4 purges? I meant all 5 purges. Not okay. Oh, Lupine said it. Yeah. Sounds perfect purge pack. It's 4. I failed. Let's find out. Yes, his son Max Thompson is now a striker. I think he plays for Sunderland. Who did Phil Thompson play for? The correct answer is Liverpool. Liverpool. How many got that one wrong? Start the meter. 100%. Slowing. That's poetic justice. 100% right on 19. 100% wrong on 20. The time has come to stand, I feel. So, all 8 of you are going into the final purge. We have got 2 out of 3 elements of a perfect purge pack right here. 2 going for Coventry, 1 for Man United, 2 for QPR, 3 for Ipswich, no abstentions. All right, yes. So, the makings of a perfect purge pack. We've seen all 20 questions. We are going to see all 5 purge questions. If 3 of you are wrong here, then Sam has written the perfect purge pack and got all his questions seen. I know this light's really annoying. I think if I switch it off, then you can't see me. Many would argue that's an improvement. I don't know, my backlight's sort of doing some work there. Bring some tension up. Who's in this purge? All of you. So, for a place in the final, put a shade on it. So, that would probably work, wouldn't it, Prugs? For a place in the final, the 5th purge question is: French theologian, pastor, and reformer John Calvin was born in which century? Of course, another thing that's possible to have here is that no one wins and it breaks the game. If you're all wrong, there's time. So, like a prepper stream. What's a prepper stream? French theologian, pastor, and reformer John Calvin was born in which century? He was born during the Protestant Reformation in the 16th century. I will also accept 1500s, but I won't accept 15th. 15th century is a different thing. If Riff had gone the right way, I would have accepted 1500s. But unfortunately, it's the wrong way. Sam's saying 16th century. That is acceptable. So, Innes, you're not going to get a walk, I'm afraid. Samster's got 16th century. I can allow that. I have built the end scenario for this because we've got 2 players, so it just goes to the final. You probably knew that. I did not. Oren Mistara, welcome to the stream. It's been a good game. You've seen 20 main game questions and 5 purges, but unfortunately, Jers, Riff, Fired, Disco, Cytosin, and 2 Switzerland and Scotland. Century, not country. Unfortunately, it's the wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. So, Sam is denied the perfect purge pack as we have only 2 finalists rather than 5, which would have made it the perfect purge pack. On the plus side, we don't need to use the tiebreaker. We just have got our 2 finalists right here. Let's just take a look at the points in the lobby game. In fact, let's look at the player points first of all. Innes on 16, Samson on 14. So Innes is going to have advantage on this question. He is going to decide who plays it. As to the points overall, Innes on 160, Jers and Toot also on 160, ABME, Disco, Oni, Lupine, Cytosin getting 150, Colo, Fired, Samster, Shadowmane, Shapes all on 140, Jogging 130, Prugs 120, Natter, Stimpson on 110, Puzzle Dan Rift, Tadaru on 100, Topper getting 90, Dragon Fernando on 80, James, Geisens, Prey, Shade of Brass on 70, BC Curse Toucan and Sportsy on 60, Orin Starrel and Not a Cat on 50, and Claire on 30. They will be converted into pennies for you and added to your bank when the credits roll a little later on. However, we have got 1 final question. We don't get all 4 questions because we only have 2 finalists. It's Samster versus Innes in the Purge final, which is a very exciting thing to say, I have to say. Just before we go to the Purge final arena, I'm just going to check in with the leaderboard and see how these 2 titans fare in terms of Purge survivals. Samster has survived the Purge 4 times. Innes is yet to survive, according to my data here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Innes, but you have never survived the Purge. So we're going to be making history here one way or another. If Samster wins, He becomes the first player to survive the Purge 5 times and gets a direct first, overtaking Toot, who's also survived 4 times. If Innis wins, he gets his first survival. That's how high the stakes are in this Purge final. Let's go there now. All but 2 players have been purged, but only one of you can emerge as the champion, Innis and Samster. We can ignore that line along the bottom because your answers won't count for the final. So, Innis, you're currently leading, and you therefore decide whether you're going to play first or last. Remember, you get half a question. You go first or last. Innis has chosen to go first. Academic slightly because, of course, he's going to want to go first because he gets control of the question. Question going to be asked in descending order of points, starting with Innis. So, Innis, you're going to be shown half a question. Based on that half a question, you need to decide whether to play or pass, because there's only 2 of you. It makes it much easier. If you pass, then Samster answers. If you play, then you answer. Bear in mind, it's a full question, no multiple choice, and you only see half of it. If Innis plays and is right, or if Innis passes and Samster is wrong, then it is Innis who wins. If Innis plays and is wrong, or if he passes and Samster is right, then it is Samster who wins. Well, technically, Innis has got to choose who to eliminate. But let's see how we play out. Good luck to you both. It says you need to tell me who you're going to nominate, but you actually don't need to do that because it's only Samster, so if you're passing, you can just say pass. Half a question, Innis. Isola Comacina. Play or pass? Play? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Innis is going to take it on himself. Isola Comacina, he doesn't sound like he's filled with confidence. Let's find out. Why would you do that? Innis, this question is for you. Samster's Achilles heel with geography. Could this have been an error? Good luck, Innis. Here is that question in full. Isola Comacina is the only island on which Italian lake? Innis is saying Como. Maybe he trusted himself more to get it right than he trusted Samster to get it wrong. Innis saying Como. The correct answer is Lake Como, located in Tremezzina, just a few kilometers north of Argenio. This small island is almost uninhabited, which means there's 3 questions that Sam gets to recycle for another day. But the person who passes the sentence in this game must swing the sword. So Innis, that is the right answer. Who are you sending home? It is Samster. The final blow has been struck, and Samster, thank you very much for playing. Denied a straight 5 victories at the top of the table. You have to continue to share it with Toot for now, but unfortunately, Innis has chosen it's you for the axe. Thank you for playing. You have been purged. Which means after just over 2 years of this game in existence, and after claiming the top spot on virtually every other game we have going, almost forgot to type that, would have been an embarrassing way to lose. I think it just pops up empty, and I would have assumed you were eliminating Samster, because it's still all done manually. But after 2 years and getting a gold medal virtually everywhere else, he's finally swept the cabinet, taken the top spot. Congratulations, Innis. You have survived the Purge. And it's time to come back down and turn the light back on. Well played, Innis. The title is yours. You finally got one, and you get to go onto the Purge leaderboard as the champion. Incidentally, I became very aware around about question 4 that I'd slowed down my speaking patterns considerably during that game. I quite like it. Gives me a chance to mellow out slightly in a game that's generally quite intense. I'm taking some tablets and having a lie down. Don't blame you, Disco. Don't blame you at all. Look, we're... what's the time? It's 10 to 10. The question is, do I leave wanting more? Because I kind of want to carry on, and I kind of want to show you Noogle that. Quite intense. It is quite intense. But at the same time, I'm aware I haven't finished round 5 yet, and I haven't really got much in the way of a pack. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave myself wanting more, I think. Which is very unusual for me, but I think I'll show you on Thursday. We'll do some Spacey 4 game. But I think I will save Noogle that until Thursday. It's mainly because the question pack consists entirely of repeat questions from recent packs or made up, not really trivia, just to fill in the gaps. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to, what's the expression? Delay gratification, and I'll share it with you on Thursday. Oh, of course, it's American Thanksgiving on Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, so our American friends may not be with us. Or they may be with us more if they are bored with their families by then and want to get away from them. So actually, they may be not. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving Thursday, of course. If you do come and join us, you'll be very welcome. But as well as that, we've also got Risky Business, not to put down anything else that's going on. But yeah, Risky Business coming up on Thursday. And it's a pack by Zeus, I think. Or am I making that up? Let's have a look. What's going on in my Season 9 packs? It is. Risky Business by Zeus is our headline game this Thursday. And that's going to be preceded by Set Game. So if you want a little bit of mathematical warming up, that could whet your appetite. Some fun pre-Thanksgiving dinner quizzing. I hope so. Lingo. You'd be very welcome to join us. So yeah, Risky Business. And fingers crossed, a sort of second pilot of Noogle that. I'm not going to call it Noogle that because it's difficult to say. Google that, or Google that too. I know how much you love Set Game, Samster. So yeah, Risky Business and Set Game on Thursday with a preview game of Google That. It's not going to be quiz. I know we've got Quizzles pack to do, but I don't think it would be right to use his well-crafted question pack in a pilot game. So it'll be one of my older packs, I imagine, probably from a couple of years ago. So hopefully the trivia will have worn off. But yeah, looking forward to sharing that with you. There's a lot of improvements, and it's all hackboxified. And I've got a lot more control over it at this end. And it should speed up a lot for reasons that will become clear. As ever, pop into the Discord. I've put a few screenshots of it up in there. So, yeah. Elsewhere, our friend Bash is here tomorrow. Bash, what you doing? What you doing tomorrow? Let's have a look, shall we? Stream schedule. You've got, what is tomorrow? The 23rd, isn't it? Yeah, 23rd. Wipeout 15 to 1 and 100%. Ooh, well, that sounds fun. I like all three of those. I might have to try and disappear from the family for a few minutes and come and take part in there. But yeah, that's with Ash tomorrow, 8 o'clock GMT over on his channel, which is on the shout out there now. Wipeout 15 to 1 and 100%. Ash also back on Friday for what I think is his last game before Quizmas begins. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that. But it's 1 versus 100 on Friday. I might be wrong because I'm not starting Quizmas until the 6th of December, but that is because I haven't got a stream Saturday week. This Saturday I'm here, but Saturday week probably won't be, so bear that in mind. Topper is also going to be here on Sunday at 8 o'clock PM GMT, and Topper is going to be playing Strike It Lucky by 8 Minky and Moneybags Episode 3 written by Ralph. So lots to look forward to there on Topper's stream this Sunday, 8 o'clock PM GMT. Just as a heads up, the following Saturday, so Saturday the 3rd of December, that's the one I'm not streaming, but Topper's sneaking an extra stream in and he's putting in my first checklist pack. Which it's the first time, I think, might be the first time I've written for Topper's channel. So, and Topper has very kindly scheduled it on a night when I can't be there. Just the way the packs have fallen, unfortunately. But I will catch it on the VOD and I'll be with you in spirit. So that's Saturday week over on Topper's channel. Checklist and Slam by Clive is also, that's Saturday week. This Saturday, Strike It Lucky and Moneybags. Friday might be Ash's last game before Quizmas, Ben 2022. It might be. I might be wrong. Ash would be able to confirm. That's as far as his schedule goes in his Discord server anyway, so I can't be sure. Saturday week, Lupine for Slam. Saturday week, yes. As for the rest of my offerings over the next few weeks, like I say, Set Game of Risky Business with a sort of pilot episode of Google That 2 on Thursday at 8. Say if you want to tear yourself away from family Thanksgiving, I'll be here from 8 p.m. GMT. Saturday, and that Risky Business is by Zeus, incidentally. Saturday, we've got Crossfire, Cryptex, and the Escape Artist. Crossfire is apparently going to be by Samster, though I'm yet to see hide nor hair of it yet, so I'm assuming that's coming in today, given the due date on it at the moment. Cryptex is by... Oh, it's been sent to. Good man. Top man. I'll import that in shortly. So, Samster's Crossfire pack, Shadowmane's Cryptex pack, and Toots Escape Artist pack. That is coming up on Saturday. And if you just hear Tuesdays, next Tuesday, we've got Hacker by Dragon. Might be a first-time writer there. We've got Danger Zone by Brian. First time writing this season. Did write a couple of packs the season before last, I think. Was pretty on point. And I'll probably sneak in Quizzle's Google That pack next Tuesday as well. So triple bill for you next Tuesday. That'd be to make up for the fact that Saturday week I'm not here. This Saturday, yes. Saturday the 3rd, no. So there's your continuity. All done and dusted. We're going to do Spacey 4 game if you want a last minute chance to earn some pennies. Thank you enormously to Sam is Acidic for that question pack. You were so close to a perfect Purge pack, but didn't get 5 into the final. But a great pack all the same. Good difficulty curve, and I hope you've all had fun playing that. Very many congratulations to Innes, finally getting himself onto the Purge leaderboard. Stay tuned. After the credits, we'll do some Spacey 4 game. But yeah, thank you all for playing, and congratulations to Innes. You have survived the Purge. Innes surviving the Purge right there as I just pop onto the BRB screen while I sort stuff out. Let me give you some Purge pennies as well. How generous is RNG going to be? Ooh, 80. Purge 80. Bank. Bank indeed. Grab your Purge pennies right there if you fancy them before we go into some Spacey Fall game. Can someone illuminate me? What is Blazing Eights? Because everyone seems to be playing it in the general voice chat. I've noticed it becoming a trend. Is it sort of like a distraction from the quiz, or is it sort of a... Oh, it's Fake Uno. Oh, okay, cool. So it's sort of ancillary background card game in between quizzing. Nice. Sounds fun. Right, we don't have a rollover tonight, so if you want some pennies, left or right? Stop that Purge bonus right there. Here they are, dropping in from the abyss. Who are we going to raid? I know Hudsel's doing Amnesia Dark Descent. If he's still going, we might have to go raid into him. He is not. Dan's on, Mashanika Museum. Brix is on. Flagin Lounge is on. Supersonic's on. Fozon's on. Goodness me, lots of people on at the moment. Dan's still going. He normally finishes at 10. It is bang on 10. He looks like he's still in the game at the moment, so I think we'll go and raid Quizzy Dan tonight. 200 pennies to the winner, and left gets dropped. Jogging, Toucan, Maybe Me, Prey, Dan, Lupine, Natter, Dragon, Prugs, and Stimson's Angle survive. Left to right. Yeah, that plan's not worked out quite so well, has it, tonight, Sighton? RNG is being finicky. Dan and Prey going left this time, as is Toucan. Just jogging. I'll leave it till the very end. There we go. And left drops again. I've got to fall first. Enjoy the trip without all of you. Jogging, Lupine, Natter, Dragon, Pruge, and Stimson's Angle. Left to right. Two on each for 200 pennies. Oh, and we're all done there. Let's speed up the clock. 3 on each side. That's left dropping again, leaving Lupine, Prugs, and Stimson's Angle. For 200 pennies, left or right? Come on, Prugs, which is it going to be? He's gone right. Lupine bucking the trend. And Lupine wins. 200 pennies. Switched at the right time. Well played, Lupine. That's 200 pennies to you. Should be added onto your account now. Again. Okay, we've got the demand. There is the demand. We go again. Left or right? Once more onto the breach, dear friends. Once more. Noble 600. Yeah, Dan looks like he's still full on in puzzle mode, so we're going to give him a little raid. What's our raid message going to be? Something about the Abyss or something about Innis winning? Have I gone in? I have, I've gone left. How about Innis? King Innis. A perfect inker. I like that. Nah, well, it wasn't quite a perfect game. That's the thing. It wasn't quite a perfect game. Inca did it. Let's just say Inca did it. Innis did it. Inca did it. That'd be appropriate because Dan's doing some mystery puzzle game. Orin Mistaro, Kursuke, Maybe Me, Just, Dario Dragon, Innis, Puzzle Dan, and Stimson's Angle. An imperfect game. Yeah, we get lots of imperfect games. I'm going with Inca did it. I think that's on point. That works. Inca did it. So 5 more to declare. Orin Mistaro, Kursuke, Maybe Me, Dragon, and Innis. Left or right? Inca? He's ejected from play, leaving just Kurstuken, Dragon, Puzzle Dan, and Stimson's Angle. It is favouring the right tonight, but it'll flick at the end. I think you were just out of time there, Inca. It's a shame, because you would have survived. Oops, indeed. Oops is right. Toucan, left or right? Oh, we could have a winner in Stimson's Angle here. Let's find out. We have indeed. It sticks with the right. Stimson's Angle, you have won 210 pennies. GG. Nicely done. There they go. And that is going to be the end of Spacey 4 Game 4 tonight. No Beat the Bee tonight. I think we're just going to wrap it up there. So, thank you again everybody, for coming to join me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it tonight, so much so that I wanted to carry on, but I thought I'm going to leave you wanting more. And we'll do Google That new pilot of Noogle That on Thursday, along with Risky Business from Zeus. So I do hope you'll come and join me for that. In the meanwhile, we are going to go and raid our great friend Quizzy Dan, and we're going to say, Inca did it. That's not how you spell Quizzy Dan. 2 Zs. There we go. Inca did it is the raid message. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. May see you around on Bash's channel tomorrow from 8 PM GMT. If not, I'm going to be back on Thursday, Risky Business and Google That. And again on Saturday, Crossfire, Cryptex and The Escape Artist. And of course next Tuesday, where we'll get to see Quizzle's Google That pack and Brian's Danger Zone pack. Lots of things to look forward to. In the meanwhile, as ever, stay safe and be wonderful and splendid and marvellous to each other out there. Till we meet again, you've been watching Game Night. I've been Royal Flush. Take care, peace out, and good night.